Hey everybody, welcome to another Halloween product review. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Airblown inflatable. This is the only real prop that I got on clearance last year after Halloween, which is a travesty in my opinion. Usually I love going for the after Halloween sales, and I kept watching out for them, but I think the problem with last Halloween was that Halloween was in the middle of the week. A lot of stuff went on sale the weekend before, so the deals I didn't think were really there. In fact, not last year, I guess the year before, I really got a lot of stuff from the at-home store, and I was thrilled with it. This actually came from the at-home store as well, but it's the only thing that I got. I was really waiting for them to put things off to the 75% off mark, but by the time they finally did that, which was way later than everybody else, almost everything was gone. All of the good props anyway, all the inflatables and the sort of animatronic things. So I'm happy I at least got one item that I'm going to share with you today, and that is this. What is it exactly? They call it a star spinner. Star spinner, huh? That's a trademark. I don't know if that is in. I don't know why they call that this. Call this that. Anyway, it is. Oh. Huh, I didn't even realize. It looks like inside it's got a whole lot of lights, so I'm wondering if that is in relation to all these lights. Maybe they spin up and light up. I have no idea. They didn't have a display of this, which I'm a little bit surprised because this box is beat up and it looks like it was either a returned item or maybe they had used it as a display, but I don't recall seeing it. And you may remember if you watched my last set of inflatable reviews, one of my archway inflatables, I think it was, the haunted house one I got from At Home Store, and some of the light bulbs were burnt out. It was clearly used. So this probably is as well, but I learned how to change those bulbs. It really was no big deal. I was happy it worked fine. So I got a deal on it. That was good. Speaking of deals, this retails for $120. Originally, I got it for 75% off. So what is that, like 30 bucks? And I was happy to pay it because I love inflatables now. I hated them when I started decorating, but now that my yard is getting so extensive, I really like the ease and convenience of these inflatables. They're easy to store. They're easy to set up. They're easy to take down. I'm one of those people that I take all of my Halloween decorations down Halloween night because I like it to be kind of like a magical experience for the kids. They get all excited as they see things get put out in the yard leading up to Halloween, and then right after Halloween, bam, it's all gone, just like magic. So anyway, point being, I like easiness now. And hopefully this will be easy. It looks pretty impressive too. It is 8 feet tall. We're gonna clear some space here in a minute and try and inflate it here inside because it's a dreary, rainy day outside. So my ceilings, I think, are like 7 feet 11, might be 8 feet if we're lucky. So this might just barely squeeze into the room here, but we'll see. But basically, we've got a little haunted house type thing with a skeleton and a tombstone, Can't go wrong adding to a cemetery. I've got a mausoleum in my yard and so forth. So anyway, that's it. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the box and take a look. Normally, this is where I would say, look how nicely it's packed inside the box. Usually, things will come in a little wrapper in a perfect little cube. And as you can tell, it never can go back inside the box like that. Oh, this is actually, I've got some discoloration here. This has clearly been used. I bet somebody used it outside. Actually, you know what it probably was? Oh, yeah. Ugh. All right. Well, I was going to say, I bet somebody used it last year, because like I said, I don't recall seeing this year. I wonder if it was a return from last year after Halloween, and they just put it out for the clearance stuff this year. Maybe, because it's pretty dirty. But it doesn't look like they used the stakes, so maybe it was just used inside, but that doesn't explain why it is so dirty. Instructions, we'll just throw those away. Not throw them away, put them away. This feels like, you probably can't see that. I bet this is the little star spinner thing. Let's hope it works, because if I have to replace this, that might be a bit of a challenge. Okay, but you can see Lots of wires sticking out this opening in the bottom. It's got a few like little sandbag things in there to weight it down. Lots and lots of wires going around. So let me go ahead and clear some space. Let's get this thing plugged in and take a closer look. All right, I've gone ahead and cleared us a little bit of space here. Now, the first thing that I noticed we're gonna wanna do is to zip up this flap at the bottom, because otherwise this little fan is not going to do a whole lot when filling this thing up. I don't know if there are any other zippers in here. Doesn't look like it offhand. But let's go ahead and plug it in and see what happens. All right. I do see offhand that there is a bit of a tape repair here on the side, just a little bit of black duct tape. I've done that myself with some of the other inflatables I've had when they develop little tears. And this is right along the seam line, so it looks like that might be a very weak seam. So, I don't know. It's easy enough to repair, but just goes to show that this is definitely a used product. And it does seem to be taking a bit of time to inflate. Part of that is probably because this fan is a bit undersized. Usually when I have an inflatable this size, it will have a fan on a stand with some legs to offer it some clearance. This, I don't know if you can see it in the video, it's got a bit of a lip around the fan with a small cutout on maybe a third of the fan circle here. So if you've got a yard with like a lot of, like I put these in ivy a lot, or with pine straw and so forth, this might easily get clogged since there's not a whole lot of clearance there. But anyway, it's starting to inflate ever so slowly. Let me go ahead and stand up here and try and position this so we can see it a little bit better as it fills up here. And you know, I complain that it's a little bit of a slow fill up with that little fan. Yeah, definitely. As it's filling up, you got to make sure that that fan doesn't get blocked by the material of the inflatable. But as I was saying, I'm complaining, but really, what's it been, like 30 seconds, maybe a minute, which is awesome when you think about it. So there's not really a whole lot to complain about in that sense. And as we take a look at it here, I really love the swirling effect of those lights. That actually looks pretty cool, very ethereal looking. It's got a couple of blinking lights up here. There's like 2 lights in each eyeball, and they kind of alternate, so that gives it some movement here. Oh, I can see there is already another little tear here in this seam where the eave kind of meets together. So fortunately, it kind of naturally folds right here, so it's not a whole lot of air coming out, but a little bit I can feel there. That's going to need a little bit of repair. So that is unfortunate. I'm not sure what doesn't seem like the quality is that great. But got a little tombstone here. Just move over to the other side. I really like how these hands sort of stick out. It's very three-dimensional. So, you know what, let me go ahead. I'm going to turn the lights down low so we can get an idea of what it would look like, you know, on Halloween in dimmer lighting, and then we'll bring the camera closer and take a closer look. All right, so here it is in all of its glory. You can definitely see the swirling lights there. As we move closer, get a sense of those three-dimensional hands reaching out. The blinking lights of the eyes. The tower definitely extends 8 feet. On this side we have a chimney. The back side is completely black, so you can see the lighting swirling around the back, but this is definitely a one-sided prop. You can see the lights, they swirl into the window and pretty much all the way to the top of the prop. So it does have very good lighting. If I had one complaint, it might be the pose here of the skeleton with his legs, looking just a little too jolly, especially when he should be creepy, as befitting this tombstone. All right, so what do you think? I was actually kind of feeling around for some airflow, and believe it or not, I found another rip in the seam. I know you'll probably never see it, but there's another rip right here, and you can kind of see some sort of light shining through, so the material is a bit thin, and along the seam, you know, it doesn't seem like it is very well constructed. So hopefully, there's only 2 or 3 seams that I'm going to have to fix. That's probably why it took a little bit longer to fill up than, you know, I thought it should have. So I'm going to have to give this another once over to try and, you know, see what other needs it might require fixing anyway. But overall, I mean, it is a great prop. It's got a lot of presence, a lot of activity, so you can't really go wrong. And it's definitely the ease of, you know, inflating on Halloween and being able to put it away. So let's go ahead and unplug it and see how fast it deflates. Now, it probably will deflate just a little bit quicker if we unzip that one flap, so let's go ahead and do that. And really disappointed that my purchase was used. I should complain. I might complain, but I probably won't. I'm not much of a complainer. But, you know, even if I were to purchase such an inflatable on eBay or so forth, you can't get much better than 30 bucks, so I'm not horribly disappointed. I feel a little cheated, but not really that disappointed. So let's go ahead and see how fast we can get this in the box. You can see it deflates rather quickly. It's going to allow us to put it away for next season with no hassle, which is exactly what I want and need. So again, this was something from the at-home store. I am not sure if you can get it in other stores. And I can't even, I was going to suggest that maybe you could find it online if you want, but given how many rips are in the seams, I can't recommend this product at all with any sort of integrity, I suppose. So, unfortunately, I think it is a cool prop, but I can't recommend it. I don't know if that is more of a result of manufacturing problems or the fact that whoever had it before maybe didn't take care of it quite as well as they should have. So who knows? But until we can find out, I can't recommend it. But let's try and find out. I'm going to get some more of these Airblown inflatables, probably on eBay, because like I said, I want to increase my inflatable presence in my yard this year. You know, I've got kind of a graveyard thing going on. I have some pirate ships. In fact, if you haven't seen what my yard looks like, make sure you check out my last year's Halloween walkthrough, and you can see kind of what I do and all my inflatables. So we're going to get some more this year. We're going to test them out. We're going to do some more DIYs and some more product reviews. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to check that out with me. And until then, everybody, happy haunting and take care.